Well, here we are in middle of August, and you'd think, well, there's not much going on in a greenhouse operation because summertime is winding down. But I'm here with Steve, a grower at TLC, and Steve, it never stops around here, ever.
That's right, it never stops. You're right in the middle of finishing up fall production for asters and pansies and violas and panolas and mums, and of course the ever-present poinsettia crop, which we're about 2.5 months into, and we still have 4 months to go. So,
well, let's talk a little bit about the asters, for example.
Yeah.
You just don't grow one kind.
Oh no, there are like 12 different varieties.
What do you like about the aster?
What do I like about the asters? The flower. It's all whites and purples and pinks. So it's a nice, cool color arrangement for fall. Offset the colors in the mums for the most part.
Yeah.
In mums, you have a lot of white and a lot of yellow and a lot of orange and bronze, and so.
How many houses do you take to grow some of your fall plantings?
Mums are actually grown outside, and it takes a little over an acre to grow. There are 6,000 of them, a little over 6,000 of the mums. Pansies are also done outside for the most part, and there are 15,000, 16,000 flats of pansies. So
15 or 16,000?
Yes.
Flats?
Yes, flats.
That's a lot of pansies.
Yes, it is. It's an ocean.
It is. Well, are some flowers for fall easier to grow than others?
Yeah, actually the hardest one to grow for fall is the one that starts the first week in June and does not end until the day before Christmas, and that's the poinsettia crop.
Tell me why that's difficult.
The plant is just, my gosh, it just takes so much time and so much effort, and it's on the bench for so long. Mm-hmm. It's like half the year here is spent on that poinsettia crop. Of course, it almost always is worth it when you see it at the end. It's breathtaking to look at when it's in here.
Well, and that, when people will start to see the poinsettias coming in here, would be what time?
They're here now. They're here now.
I mean, whenever they start to watch the sea of red, and
usually that's by middle of November. You'll see it just before Thanksgiving. Is when they start to color up real nice. So
yeah. Well, so what else would, we were talking about all of the fall plantings, but you're already thinking spring. You have to think about so much ahead of time.
Yeah,
don't you?
some of the bigger pieces of spring, geraniums, for instance, is done already. We know which ones we're going to do and how many we're going to do, and planning space for them and timing and all that. So.
Now, I know that with all the flowers that you all plant at TLC, you make sure that you're planting things that do well in our Oklahoma climate.
Exactly.
It's different here than it is other places,
Very
isn't
different,
it?
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Oklahoma has such, we've had a couple of hard winters 2 years ago when it was that -6 or -7 that was really brutal on some things that were grown outside. But you have just the opposite here in the summertime. I don't know that anybody in Oklahoma that was here last year has ever lived through anything like last summer was here. This summer, thank God, has not been quite so difficult yet. Mm-hmm. We hope it won't be anything like last year, but just the drasticness of the weather. It's so dramatic in the summertime here. I tell people all the time, customers will ask me about a plant for full sun, and I said, well, yeah, there are plants that are full sun, but believe me when I tell you, there is hardly anything you plant in the ground in Oklahoma that, even if it's marked for full sun, does not appreciate a break from what we get in July and August.
Right.
So a little bit of shade does not hurt it at all.
True. Well, you all do just a phenomenal job here, and I know it's just constant.
Yes, it's 364 days a year. The only day we don't play with it is on Christmas Day. So.
How many people work in this department?
26.
And they're busy. I've been back there. I'm telling you, they're busy all the time. Well, Steve, thank you so much for giving us a behind-the-scenes look at what's coming TLC's way here before too long.
Okay, thank you, Jennifer.
Get after those poinsettias.
Right, right.
Thank you.